Hello, welcome everyone to the show. We are back kicking it live tonight on the Skeleton's Tomb Show. Welcome everyone. Just letting everybody know the Tomb has officially moved from Instagram onto YouTube. So hope everybody checks us out on YouTube. Please stick around. Tonight we got an awesome guest on the show, Mr. Davis Designs himself. If you guys are not familiar with him, please go check out his Instagram, David's Designs. He's got some awesome stuff to show, cool dial making, all that good stuff. So check him out, you guys. What up? What up? We got someone in the chat. What's going on, you guys? Welcome all to the show. Before we get started, you guys make sure to catch up on all the awesome collabs happening in the toy community. A bunch of them that's going on. I don't want to take too much time of our show to go over them. But definitely check them out. There's literally a collab every single day. And definitely check out the Toy Mercs weekly every week, as we all know about that. What up, Toy Val? Oh, I didn't even know. All right, what's going on, bro? All right, guys. So yeah, without further ado, let's see if we can get on with our co-host, Mr. Deadman1, aka Doom Commander. Please join us in tonight. What's going on, bro? Oh, we lost him. We lost Deadman. Tripping with Toys. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, definitely. Stick around for this episode. It's going to be a good one. All right. Well, let's see. Our guest is in here. He is.
What's up?
What happened? We lost you for a sec.
Oh, I was trying to I was trying to get it to work on Instagram. It's not streaming to Instagram right now.
It's not either. Yeah, I know. I tried it. I actually had my laptop with me, and that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get it to stream, and I'm clicking go live, but nothing is happening. 117, what up, bro? Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, I tried, man, but I don't know. It didn't work. I even copied the key and everything.
But it just don't. We'll just have to figure it out. We're gonna have to do a test run this week during the week.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I did share the link, so hopefully we'll get some of our cool peeps in here.
All right.
Yes, welcome. What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot. I'm just I've been sick. I'm still sick. I went back to work today. So everybody in the chat, welcome to the second episode of Painkillers, Painkillers, Whiskey, and NyQuil.
Yes, sir.
I might dip out once we bring our guest on here just to go over to Instagram and do the whole like live thing for a minute from Toy Mercs.
No worries. Okay, well, yeah. Let's go ahead and just bring him on, man. Bring him on.
All right.
Hey.
Hello.
Welcome. What's
Thank you
going
for
on,
having
man?
me.
How you doing, man? Of course, dude. Absolutely. Thank you for coming on. How you doing today, man?
Doing great. Thank you. Hope you are.
Oh yeah, I'm doing fine. Thank you. So, hey, so happy to have you on the show. Before we get started, this is your first time going live. We're doing a live show, correct?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Nice. Awesome. Well, good to have you, man. We're just gonna take a little bit of your time tonight, just to talk about you, about your stuff, your collection and whatnot. And yeah, man, just kind of like show you off a little bit. Maybe let the audience.
I'll be right back. I gotta go. I'm gonna go over to Instagram and do this right now, just so I don't miss too much of the Tomb. So
Okay.
I'll be right back.
So yeah, man, just say, let the audience get to know you. We get to know you a little bit better, and hopefully, by the end of the show, you're more comfortable doing more of this, more of the live shows, and we see you on more often.
Yeah. There's a first time for everything, right?
Yes, sir. So happy to be the first. But yeah, man. So how you doing today, man? How's your day been going so far?
Pretty good. Nothing new. Nothing exciting.
Awesome. All right. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. You're I want to
Yeah.
say, are you new to social
I,
media? Are you new to like Instagram and stuff, or have you been around for a while?
well, let's see. I've been on Facebook for a long, long time, but Instagram I just
Okay,
started getting into. Um, I think just about the time I was collecting and doing my stuff. Um, it
cool.
was so I started. That was a little bit before COVID, so I'm gonna say December of 2019 is when I really kind of just got started with things. And I only did Instagram because of the collecting. Otherwise, I really never even really wanted to touch it. But ever since I started doing the collecting, and then I got into dioramas and then photography, I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. It's a great outlet. And my son, who's 15, um, I like Instagram a lot because we allowed him to have one social media platform to use. He could pick which one or whatever. And
Okay.
we all decided Instagram was the best thing for him. And it really has been great for him because it lets him um, get out, be creative. There's not a whole bunch of that negative, just junk and content out there and stuff like that as much. There's going to be everywhere, obviously, but
Right.
it's a much better productive outlet for him. So Instagram's been great.
Awesome, man. I'm very glad to hear that, man. Very glad to hear that. That's
Yep.
awesome. All right. So you started, you said first with collecting. So started off collecting like
Yeah,
action figures.
yeah. See, what happened was I admired my friend had a Mezco collection, well, figure collection, and
Nice. Okay.
Mezco was a big part of it. And so I every time I visited with him, I was like, I got to see I got to see these figures, man. They're so cool. And once I picked one up, like it just it
Yeah.
wasn't just
That
like
was it.
picking
That
up
was it.
it wasn't picking up a toy, man. It was a really cool collectible. But Mezco just really spoke to me, and I always remember the one that really got me into it. The one I really enjoyed the most was
What up,
the
Toy Addict? Toy Anime?
Original Daredevil.
Nice.
Um,
Oh,
the original Daredevil was just
the comic version?
the comic version, yeah. And
Nice. Nice.
so it was one of those things where I told myself I wasn't going to get into like toy collecting and action figures and all that stuff. Like, 'cause at the time, before I knew about Mezco or whatever, I was just like, I'm not paying $25 for a figure for Marvel Legends or whatever, right? Because they got up so much in price at that time.
Yeah.
They were like $20 or whatever, right? So I'm not paying that for that. But then I started seeing the Mezcos. I actually had one in my hand. I'm like, oh man, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. And but I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. And then, sure enough, I was gifted one as a Christmas present. My very first one was the Netflix Punisher, and
Oh, very
that
nice.
that just that just got
Dude,
the ball
these are
rolling.
some these are some great
I just
ones,
couldn't
man. I gotta
stop.
say.
Yeah, I couldn't stop after that. Once I got that, because that was a Christmas present from a friend.
Nice.
One of the best Christmas presents I got from
I was gonna say
non-family member.
that's a great friend, man. Make sure you stay friends with that person. That's a great friend.
Yeah, I mean it was awesome. And so my birthday is almost right after Christmas. It's in January. And so
Nice.
as soon as I got that figure for Christmas, I was like, okay, I got birthday money. Bam! It was like three more figures right after that. Like on Big Bad Toy Store, I was looking for whatever they had, uh, not too expensive or whatever. And I got Logan. I got my first three. I still remember. I got Logan. I got Blade. It was still retail, and I
Nice.
got Netflix Daredevil, and it
What
just
up, Eddie?
kept going from there.
Awesome. So wow, so you started off really strong, man. You started off
Yeah, I
really
guess
strong.
so. Yeah, I guess
That's
so.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yep.
That's
So
awesome. Yeah.
from there, I just got into. I'm like, well, I could just put them up on the shelf, but I'm like, I used to really be into art, drawing, sketching, all that stuff back in high school and a little bit after high school and stuff, and I just kind of fell out of it. And I was like, I want to get back into this artistic. I want to use my talents that I have. And so I had these figures. I'm like, I started seeing the stuff with the diorama making, and I was just like, okay, now I've got an outlet and I can put this to some use. And so I was like, I got some tips and watched a few things on YouTube. I'm like, I can do this. And just started from there. And now, I mean, I only have a few for myself, to be perfectly honest. I don't have a big, huge collection. Like I can show off some of my collection a little bit later, but mainly all the stuff that I'm doing now is for other people. Like I hardly have anything on my shelves; it's for everybody else.
Wow. Wow. So you taught yourself dio making, like you taught yourself that.
Pretty
Wow.
much. Yep.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna try to
Yep.
save that conversation for Deadman on when he joins, because that's more of
Cool.
like his cup of tea. So we're gonna save
Yeah.
that for him. But wow, man, yeah, that's awesome, dude. It's crazy how you started off like with Mesco, because for me, like like it started off with Marvel Legends, like you mentioned. Like it was just
Okay.
the ones that you can see at stores, like Target and Walmart and whatnot. So it started off with like Legends and GI Joes, McFarlane and whatnot. But then like it upgraded once I met Mesco. Like I remember my first one. It was the comic Cyclops, like the
Yep.
90s Cyclops. It was my very first one, and I had it, grabbed it. I was just like, dude, this thing lights up. I was just like, I had never seen a toy or an action figure that had that feature. I just never seen it. I was like, this is so cool. This is like a figure that literally lights up. So I
Yep.
bought it, and then yeah, like ever since then, it just like you said, you get one, you get that feeling of it that is just like it's not your average toy, like it's premium
Right.
quality type of toy, and
That's
yeah,
right.
like it does cost, but it's worth it. It is,
Mhm.
So after that, like yeah, man, it's the ball started rolling. I
Definitely.
joined in around the same time too, so it was just like very like interesting to be a Mesco collector at that time because there was a lot
Yeah.
of stuff going on, a lot of stuff selling out, a lot of stuff being like crazy aftermarket. It was just like wild.
Yep. Yep. Seems from all the people that I've talked to, a good part of the collecting community and with the dial making stuff like that all started around COVID time. I mean, so there's quite a few that have been before that, but a good part of it, from what I'm learning, it was around that time. People had the extra cash from the stimulus stuff like that. The
Yep.
extra spending money, the time on their hands to do other stuff. So I met quite a few people that that's when they pretty much got started too. So
Wow. Yeah, man, it's crazy. So, what other is there other lines aside Mescos that you are right now kind of like peaked by or collecting?
um, I mainly I mainly focus on the Mezco, but I do have some other lines. I'll use Marvel Legends to kind of fill some gaps. Like if I've got like an X-Men
Okay.
collection, right? So Mezco doesn't make all the X-Men, so I got to fill that in with some of the Legends. I also, I'm big on pop culture, so like I love RoboCop. So one of my
Oh,
I'll
dude,
have
man.
some NECA, but it depends on if it depends on the quality of the figure, how it looks, and stuff like that. If it speaks to me, I know there's. Let's just take RoboCop for example. You've got different versions. You got the Mafex, and you've got NECA stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. I never cared for the NECA version. Mafex, I
Mm-hmm.
love that one. So that's the one that I
My
went
man.
with for that. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
and I
it
heard that
depends.
Mafex one was phenomenal, specifically that RoboCop. They did just reissue it like recently, right? It just like came out
I
not too long
believe
ago.
so. I believe
Yeah,
so. There's actually another version coming out that I'm really excited for. It was supposed to be
nice.
released like 2 years ago from Haya. Is it Haya Toys?
Yeah, yeah. Oh
I
wow,
think that's
cool.
it.
Are those
It's supposed to
yeah,
be
is it
no, it's 6 inch and die cast metal, 6 inch
oh
RoboCop, and you can
oh
swap out the parts for battle damage and all this stuff. And it's I mean, it's not that expensive. It's like $95, $100. Pre-ordered it for my son actually for his birthday last year, and it still has yet to be released. Um, so I don't know what's going
wow.
on with it, but hopefully it comes out soon because that's gonna be a great figure right there.
Oh
What's gonna
wow,
be a great video?
awesome.
What I miss?
To
Talking
talk
about
about the
RoboCop.
like RoboCop, different versions of the RoboCop figures between you got Mafex and you got NECA. And I was telling him, we were telling everybody about the Hiya Toys. It's supposed to be coming out with one. It was supposed to be out by now. Don't know whatever happened to it, but
Hi, yeah. I know the pre-order is up. I just saw that
yeah,
yesterday. I saw that
Nice.
yesterday.
yeah,
Um, thanks 117. Thanks, bro. Um,
Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Ted, man.
Which one? Which one? Which RoboCop do you want to go with?
What I was just telling him, I was just telling everybody, I like the Mafex myself. I'm not a huge fan of the NECA,
Yeah.
so I have the Mafex, and then the Haya version I had pre-ordered for my son because he was interested in it. I was like, okay, well, I've already got the Mafex. Let's get you the Haya for your birthday, which was last year. We're still waiting on that, but I'm excited for that one because it's supposed to be die-cast metal and swappable parts and everything else. So we'll see what happens.
Very cool.
Hopefully, it'll come out
I
soon.
know the NECA's
Okay.
already done a couple of them, right? And NECA also has like a bunch of diorama pieces you can get for it. And
Yeah.
I know it being a NECA, it's not going to like articulate very well, but it's RoboCop. What did he really do?
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Not
But
much.
I don't know. Having the Mafex, and seeing the Mafex and the NECA, I'm going Mafex all the way.
It's
Yeah.
the quality,
Well, yeah,
right?
and-
Yeah, it's the quality.
Yeah.
It's the quality.
Yeah, and your Mafex is probably going to scale well better with other figures than a NECA.
That too.
Does.
That too.
It does. I have the N209 to go with it too, and it talks and stuff. It's just too cool.
Nice. Did you also get the Terminator, the new Terminator that they released?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Are you
Might look into
are
that
you
one,
into Terminators or?
Yeah. I don't have any figures myself. My son does. My son has some of the Terminator NECAs, but I don't have it. Again, my collection really isn't that big. I have limited space, so I only go for what I can really
I hear
fit.
that.
So it's got to really speak to me because if I'm going to swap something out, it's got to be worth it. I do
hear
have
that.
I cleaned up one shelf, so I have a half empty shelf that I know is going to get filled up here within no time. So I purposely left that a little empty.
Okay. Nice. Awesome. And I was gonna also say, aside from like a 112, is there any other scales are you into, like a 118 or a 16?
Mhm.
Do you ever
No.
look at those?
Not really. I think it's because of the dial work.
Okay.
I'm just not really into anything kind of smaller. I know what's cool is, let's see, my son still collects
What
like
up,
the
Shoot?
375, the 375 Star Wars, the vintage collection.
Okay.
Awesome,
and nice.
It's a good
Dude,
scale
those are actually
if you
really
want
dope,
to.
bro.
Yeah, they are. They really are. They've come a long way. That's for sure.
They have. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's sometimes I think they're better than the actual 6-inch, the Black Series, which is crazy to me. I just like, how is this better looking?
Right. Well, with those figures, though, you're talking like with the vehicles. So you have to have the figures that small in order to have those vehicles. Because now, well, okay, I guess we'll go into Joe. I don't collect the Joes, but if you want the vehicles for the 6-inch Joe, the things are monstrous, and you've got to have a place to put those things. So that takes up a lot of shelf space right there.
Oh yeah, it's huge. That takes up a huge space. Wow. Let's see. Deadman, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I wanted to bring up the diorama, but I was waiting for you because we didn't want to dive into dio work without the dio master.
That's great. Dude, David does. This guy's got better shit than I got, dude. For real, better stuff than I do.
And he mentioned earlier, he taught himself, man, which is amazing. Like, I can't believe that.
That's how I did it.
Those dios, man, that you put out are amazing. And I think you're working on a new one currently, right? I think it's the
I've got
Cyber
a
City
few.
or a Cyberpunk City type thing.
I got a few that I'm in progress of right now. I've always got stuff. I've got like a progression. I've got stuff I'm getting ready to do. I've got stuff I'm in the middle of, and then I've got fill-in stuff too because I got to take a break because I got bigger projects. I need stuff to kind of break away from those bigger projects, work on something a little smaller, and then go back to the bigger. I got to keep moving around. I can't stay on something too long, or it just doesn't come out as good because I just get. It just doesn't work. It's just how it works for me, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I've got you said the Cyberpunk. I'm doing a Cyberpunk diorama right now for somebody. So that's definitely new for me. That was never even really my genre. So when I was asked to do it, I was really excited because is something new, something different, gets me out of my element, gets me out of my comfort zone. So it's coming along. And most of the stuff that we're
Nice.
talking about, I do have posted up work in progress pictures of on Instagram.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. Another one I'm currently doing now. I started a big one for somebody. I did a smaller, I want to say 1 DTOF size cave. It was a cave with a hole in the back of it.
Nice.
I'm
So
familiar with
now
caves.
I'm
I've made a few of those in my time.
Yeah, they're challenging. But what's great about it is it's very also forgiving because I mean it's a cave. I mean
Yeah,
you can pretty
when
much
you're
do
working
anything,
when you're working on
and
terrain, I mean, how bad can you fuck up? You can fix anything when you're doing terrain. So
right, exactly. It's very forgiving. And so the one that I'm doing now is actually going to be 4 DTOF shelves. So basically
Wow.
4 of those cave dios, um, with each one maybe is going to be a little different. And now what I've done is on my Instagram, one of my bigger sellers, especially with the Mythics folks, was the fountains. I did these water fountains and even some blood fountains,
Wow.
and
Nice.
I learned a lot doing those, and they really do come out pretty well. So I thought about using what I learned for those waterfalls. I'm actually going to try now with this dio in this cave, putting in on the back wall like dripping water and a waterfall. So I like having a new element in everything that I build. I like trying something new, learning something new, and then I can carry it over into further further work.
Okay. Awesome, man.
so Collector 117's got a question here. He wants to know if you got anything to show us right now.
Unfortunately, the stuff that I'm working on in progress, I can't really get to. It's kind of put away. It's downstairs. I'm upstairs right now. But if you go to my page, I do have the stuff that I was talking about, work in progress, except for the cave. I'll be posting that up here momentarily. The finished cave is up there, but the work in progress not so much yet.
Nice.
But the cyberpunk work in progress is on my page. You can check that out. I have some completed stuff, just small ones that I've done for myself that I'll show here probably
And you
soon.
and you said you make this stuff for people, right? So like, do you take
Yes,
commissions on stuff like that?
yes, yes, I
Awesome.
do. Yep.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, y'all heard it here, man. Check out his page. Go to Instagram and give him a follow. Davis Designer.
I wonder how many people out
Um,
there even
I've
remember
got
that I build dioramas. I've not taken a commission in so long, but I haven't been
I've got a
building
few
either.
I've got a few completed that I can show you with my collection if you want.
Yeah,
That's up to you.
that works. That's right up there
Um,
with what he asked, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah,
all right.
that'd be awesome.
So let me see. I'm just gonna switch the camera around here.
All right, hang around, collector. Hang around,
Yeah,
folks.
you might end up kicking yourself off if you do that. So just if you kick yourself off, just come right back.
All right.
Yeah.
So how am I gonna do that? Because this is
Go to more, maybe.
oh,
I honestly don't know.
Uh,
Go to camera.
settings,
Oh, camera will just
camera,
switch it off. Yeah,
mirror my camera. Oh, I
yeah.
got
No,
it.
it
Hold
is.
on. Back camera.
yeah.
Okay.
There you
There you
go.
go.
There we go. All right.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do a solo layout. There we go.
All right. So
Dude,
let's see
awesome.
here.
Wow.
This chair out of the way. All right. So let's see. Did a Mr. Freeze dio here.
Nice.
And then this one, I did this one. It's really hard to see because it's so filled up right now with with the figures. One thing I will
Wow.
point out, I did 2 customs. This was my first one was the Scarecrow using a
I was gonna say,
Mezco
that's an awesome
Nosferatu.
like DC collection, man.
The Riddler was my very first full-on custom, kind of from scratch, and I enjoyed doing that a lot. That one I enjoyed doing.
Wow, that's awesome.
So then this one I did. Well, the lighting isn't great. It's kind of hard to see.
This is all ones you made. Wow.
Where's-
Oh,
These are
dude,
ones
this
that
is
I've made. Yeah. Let me try and
Yeah.
get some light.
I can see that. I can see that. This is dope. Wow.
Is there a lot of resin pieces in there, or found pieces, or
A lot of, I'm sorry, what?
like resin pieces or found pieces, like the
No.
like the wood stove and the clock and stuff like that? Like,
Actually, they're repurposed stuff. Some of it is dollhouse furniture.
yep.
The
Okay.
clock is from Mask of Red Death, which I had another clock in there that I had before, but that one, the Mask of the Red Death one was.
I knew what that one was. I mean, I just took a photo of that one last night.
So
Awesome,
then,
man.
let's see, did the crow.
Oh, wow. Is that like shattered glass behind him? Like a shattered window?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
dude, get out. That's dope. I like that.
Thank you. Batman. Let's see. That light's a little.
So I see you're pretty heavy on DC.
This was actually, yeah. Well, this is my DC side. I got Marvel.
I mean,
coming
there's
up
nothing
here.
wrong with that. I love DC. No, I love DC as well. This is awesome. I'm just saying, like, that's
This
dope.
was actually my very first dio right here. This is my very first one I did. It was actually bigger. I cut it down to fit because I had it in a different spot. But this one here was my very first one. I made those trash cans myself.
Ooh, we're gonna have to talk about that one. We're gonna have to share
Yeah,
secrets.
yeah, it's not 3D printed or anything. That was handmade.
With like a pie tin or something?
Yeah, foil roasting pan.
Ah, so basically a pie tin. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that Ghostbusters dial is pretty sick, dude.
Yeah, with the
Thank you.
upstairs. Can we check that out? That's like,
That isn't. That was handmade from foam, the containment unit.
Nice, great job, man. That thing looks killer.
Thank you.
dope. Wow,
Rooftop.
that's super cool.
And then
that's
just some
super
of my
cool.
collection. No dio yet for the X-Men, but I
There
want
we
to
go.
get something up there for them.
Woo.
Do you have a plan?
Aliens.
Do you have a plan for that dial?
Not quite yet. I'm still thinking of it.
Do you have a plan for the aliens?
Yeah, that one too. I just keep getting sidetracked with other stuff and stuff for other people before I concentrate on that stuff before stuff of my own. And there's the RoboCop we were talking about.
Oh yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Blade. I love the Blade. And then here's the this one I've been selling a lot of to people.
Yes, I want to talk
Dude,
a
I've
little
been
bit about
I've been
that one.
seeing that one like crazy.
Yes. I want to
There's
talk a little bit about that one. Yes.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
ton of people.
sure.
There's a ton of people that got that guy.
Dude,
Yeah.
yes. That
It's one of
I
my.
want to know
one of my favorites.
how you carve that D out so perfect every time.
It's just drawn by hand and carved by hands.
Nice.
Yeah.
so well made, man. Very nice job, dude.
And for people that aren't really that artistic, like I love this one because it was so simple and so easy. I wanted a background for my Matrix figures. I mean, seriously, all I did was take some foam board and put it up a design on computer and put it up on that, and just took a piece of foam for the base and put a little something on that. I mean,
Dude,
anybody
I love
can
the
do
Matrix.
dial work.
This
Yeah,
is
it-
awesome.
I mean,
I'm with you on that. I believe the same thing. Not everybody can get to the level of detail that some others can get to, but everybody can do something that looks great.
that's right. Yeah, I agree. And then this was my very first big dio, actually inspired by Bobachuck. So this was actually my second dial I ever made, and the biggest one I have. And then I thought, okay, well, this is going to be cool because it'll help me hold a whole bunch of figures with limited shelf space. So
Does that light work on that dial?
it does. I just don't want to get to it right now.
Yeah. I'm not asking you
Accidentally
to
knock
turn it
something
on.
over. But
Yeah,
yeah, the light does work. It's functioning. And then with the Doctor Doom, the flames, they do light up and flicker.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So did you do the flames with hot glue
Yes.
upside down?
hand sculpted. Basically, I take something to use as a base. Let me get you guys back here.
Okay, we got you.
All right, there we go. So I take something to use as a base, a clear piece of plastic, let's just say, and then I will start going around it with hot glue and using my own hands and burning my fingers, stretching the stretching the hot glue out, cooling it as I do each ring, basically. So
You can
it's
use
hand done.
for for future. You can use popsicle sticks for that. You can also do it upside down so it kind of runs on its own, and then you can use the tip of the hot glue gun to make little details without squeezing the glue out.
Okay.
I've made a few hot glue things. The only things that I've actually kept were just like little pools of blood and blood splatters and stuff like that. And that shit is easy to make, man. You just either get yourself some like freezer paper or whatever, freezer paper or parchment paper, or I just did it straight up on the glass on my desk because I have a glass top on my desk. You just put it on there, and the thing about doing it on glass though is it cools down real fast.
Okay, good to know. I'll be picking your brain at a later time for more stuff like that. Always learning. Always want to learn new stuff. Always want to keep doing new things.
I know we talked a little bit last night, and you wanted to talk about trees, man. And and this goes for anybody out there. I'm willing to tell anybody anything that I know about dioramas, and if I don't know it, I'm willing to work it out with you.
I appreciate that. Like, the only reason why I learn and know what I know is from people helping and sharing. And so I try and do the same thing. I won't give, like, if someone asks, like, some of the stuff I'll help with, I know there's going to be certain things that I'm going to keep some of the secrets with certain little things. But for the most part, I'm going to be there to help and give answers to anybody. But if it's something that I discovered and invented on my own, I try some of that stuff. I keep a little close to the chest. If it's someone close to me, I might share it a little bit. You know what I mean? But to the general public, maybe not so much.
Be careful if you're going to share it with me, because I'll tell everybody everything that I've learned over everything. The way I see it is I do it here and there to make money, and that's it. That's cool. But at the same time, I think people should try it themselves. And if they can't,
Sure.
You would not believe how many times people ask me how much my trees cost, and then I tell them, and then they don't want to spend the money. So I'll give them every single tip. I will not miss a step. I will tell them exactly how I make them, and then they'll buy trees from me. Because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And it takes once they try it, they start to see how much work it is too. So that's another reason why I like to give out the details, because people will start trying to build it. They're just like, wow. When you said this takes 3 days, when you say this takes 3 days, you mean it literally takes 3 full days. So if you don't get at it every 3 days, it could take a week. And I'm like, yeah, it literally, when I say 3 days, I mean 72 hours.
Yep.
No, but that's great work, man. Seriously.
Thank you.
Work.
Appreciate that.
Definitely check him out, you guys. That's awesome.
I saw Zilla in the chat. Why is he not here?
I know. I saw him too. I thought I did. Also, Collector 117 said dedication to the detail and dedication to the craft, man.
No, that's the third time that got put up. I put it up right away when he was going over his over the details.
The more the merrier, bro. The more times the merrier.
Yeah, when he was going over the dials he has on his shelves, I was putting all the comments people were saying over the top of it.
Show love, man. Show love to the community. But yeah, man, that's really what the community is all about, man. Like sharing and learning, like you said,
right.
And asking these questions. That's what makes it a community. If you withhold like stuff to yourself, and you want to be selfish, and everybody wants to act that, it's not gonna be a community. It's not. It's gonna be like a solo type of thing, like everybody for himself type of thing. But yeah, man, like that's what really this community is about, and it's amazing because like it taught me a lot, and I've learned a lot from the community, and it's great, man. It's great. It's a great experience.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, and making the friends and stuff like that too from it. I mean, oh man, my hot wire cutter just I had an issue with it last week, and I was had like I was freaking out. Um, and so basically, make a long story short, I knew it had some buildup in there in the bottom in the hole where the wire goes in.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to clean that out. And so I didn't have any nail polish. I guess one of the tips is to use some nail polish remover or acetone to get into that hole to clean out the old crusty foam that's built up in there, right? So the other way is you can try and stick a needle in there. Well, because I did do that before and it worked. I did the needle, and sure enough, the needle broke inside the hole. There was no getting it out.
Oh
It
wow.
was way too down deep, way too down
Yes,
deep.
sir. You're online.
So, make a long story short, Sammy Maxwell,
Love you,
who's in
Chew.
some of the Dio groups. I chatted with him, and then we actually did some video chat, and he was helping me through it and everything else. And lo and behold, to make a long story short, I actually had to physically take apart the bottom of the machine, which wasn't really
Yep.
that hard at all. And it was actually not foam, but built up like tons of built up broken wire from when it had broken from before, and you just reinsert the new wire. Just tons of built up old wire that had to come out. It wasn't even foam that was
Interesting.
old foam that was in there. It had to be taken
Interesting.
out
Wire.
physically.
Very
Yes.
cool.
So everybody's will do that. And unless you're picking out every single wire from the bottom when your wire snaps and you have to feed it a new wire, unless you're physically pulling out that little piece from the bottom every single time or it's falling out, it's getting stuck in that brass piece underneath, you are going to have to physically at some point remove that and get those wires out.
That right there, that's good to know.
Yeah, that's very cool, man. Wow.
I will help anybody with that at any time because, like I said, I'm glad I had some help with it, and I was freaking out. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to buy a whole new machine, all this stuff, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna if it's dead, if it's gone, I'm just gonna take it apart and see if I can fix it that way.
Yeah.
So
It's better to try and fix it and then buy a new one than it is to just go buy a new one. So
this is true. This is
Awesome,
true.
man. Awesome. And I wanted to also touch up real quick about like collabs because I know there's I usually go over it, but tonight I didn't mention it. But I know there's like a lot of collabs, man, that are happening in the toy community. And as a matter of fact, like we both are actually part of the Hell's Kitchen collab that's on
Yes.
Tuesdays.
Yep.
So how have you been? What's your experience like been with like these collabs, man? Have you been having fun with them?
Oh,
Also,
yeah,
if
I mean-
you are involved in any more collabs as well.
unfortunately, I'm not. I'm just with this one, which is good for me because it's hard for me because this is a weekly thing, and I only do this every so often, and so I can't be a part of too many of them. And so even this one, I can't really do every single week. But I love Daredevil. Daredevil is one of my absolute favorite characters. Just love the character. So I definitely want to get in on this collab. And the community has been great. I've learned a lot of new stuff. People are so helpful, and
Nice.
you just learn a whole bunch of new things and seeing other people's work, taking the same type of shot and seeing everybody's different perspectives on how they do it. It's just awesome. It's just awesome, and you learn a lot doing it that way and talking with people.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
I love
man.
it.
Absolutely,
It's a great community. Jedi Jack is awesome. He's a great guy.
dude.
He's
he
also
is, he
a
is.
really good dial maker and everything else too. So
He is. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be having him on the tomb here pretty soon, for sure.
cool. Awesome.
But yeah, he is, man. He is, and like there's so many, man. There's just so many collabs that are happening like literally every single day of the week. Monday to Monday, like it's just literally. But it is challenging, definitely, to be involved in all of them. Yeah, man, you took yourself out, man.
yeah, I'm still trying to figure this shit out, and
I
like
know, me too. We're still
we're-
new. We're still new to this.
Kelly, we're gonna have to like maybe this Sunday just go over it, just like you, me, and just whoever wants to hang out with us while we do it, and just hang out and do it, and maybe do a live that we just don't repost or something, like, so we can actually have the experience of doing it actually live. Sorry that I put that out there in front of everybody just now, but hey, man, we're just having a good time. That's it. Because if you're not having a good time, why are you fucking doing this, right?
Exactly, man. That's why we were just saying, like, it's all about having fun, you know, and it's all
Yep.
about just being positive, you know, and like, yeah, collabs and all that stuff. Like, it's fun to do, man, you know. And the fun, even more about it, is that you don't even have to do it. You're not obligated. You just do it whenever you can, whenever you have the chance.
Well, I mean,
But yeah,
there are some groups out there. Just to be fair, there are some groups out there that when they decide that they're going to do a thing, it's like you're either doing it or you're not. And if you're not doing it, you're not fucking cool or whatever. And those are not the groups you want to hang out with. Those groups aren't fun.
Right.
I don't even know how many collab chats I'm in, and I can't tell you how many fucking sometimes weeks in a row I just open it up every day and scroll to the bottom of it and close it and don't even look at what anybody said.
yeah.
And everybody in that chat group is guilty of
It gets
exactly that.
so-
You know, like because everybody
If
in that
you're-
chat group is in like 5 different chat groups for different collabs. I mean, I'm in 3 collabs that post on Monday.
Yes.
That's a lot.
3.
And if you're doing it because you feel like you have to, or if you feel obligated to do it, you're not going to put your heart into it, and you're just. It's not
shouldn't.
like you said. It's not going to be fun. It's
Exactly.
going to be like a
Yeah.
job. And
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't.
Exactly.
You shouldn't feel that way. And if anyone makes you feel that way, just take a step back and rethink
Yeah.
why you're fucking with that. Period.
Yeah.
But hey, we're just about to wrap this show up. But before we do, man, we want to also go over, you know, the Toy Mercs, man. And hopefully you've heard of Toy Mercs. You know, hopefully you follow Toy Mercs. Definitely check us out on Instagram for sure. And,
You should have heard of Toy Mercs by now, especially because you're just as much as Toy Mercs as anybody here, and I started the fucking page, and you're just as much Toy Mercs as I am, and that goes for everybody in the chat and everybody who watched this on the replay. Yes, everybody. Sorry,
yes, sir.
sorry about that.
No, go ahead. I was actually leading for you, then, man. That was a good lead. So yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, no, you do it this time. You never get to ask. Why don't you ask?
Oh, okay. All right. So yes, Sir Davis. So yeah, for the Toy Mercs, we do this Toy Mercs weekly theme, and we usually ask our guests here on Toom, you know, what the weekly theme will be for the next week. So since you are a special guest for tonight, we ask you, what would the Toy Mercs weekly theme be for next week?
Well, I gotta say, I'm going to copy what the Hell's Kitchen did. I liked what we had to do the following week, so I'm gonna say colored lights only, no white or
Okay.
natural light.
Okay.
No white or natural light.
So just one type of light.
Hold on. Say
No,
this one more time.
it could be multi, so it could be like blue and red, but no white or sunlight.
Okay.
Well,
That is
Colored
kind of
lights.
similar, yeah, like the
Okay.
one I did.
So
Yeah.
basically only colored lights.
yes.
Yeah.
So you're
correct.
talking about colored photos. I definitely can't get in on this one because all my photos this month are black and white due to the death. Well, due to the death of Akira Toriyama.
Yeah, that's
All
because
of my
Dead Man
photos
is
are black and white.
Yeah, Dead Man is a black and white person, so
Oops.
he doesn't see
Okay.
colors.
I did.
But the,
No,
I did
no,
not
you
know
don't-
or realize that.
no,
So I
can-
no,
That's
it's cool. It's cool because I mean I don't participate in a lot of them. You know, like in those collab groups. I might be the only person in all my collab groups. I don't put all my posts in there. You know, like I just. You know, I got a lot going on. I got a lot going on with social media, and I got a lot going on with just my wife. You know, she's my wife. I love her. I don't want to put her on the back burner for anything. You know, so I don't waste my time with a lot of that stuff. And it's not that it's a waste of time. It's just I'd rather, instead of taking the time to put all my posts in all these chat groups, I'd rather give my wife a hug.
Mhm.
You know, so
You gotta balance it
Yeah.
out, man. You gotta have a balanced life. No, but yeah, that's a great theme,
Exactly.
Davis. That's awesome, man. We're definitely gonna roll with
so
that.
so
dude.
but
It's a
but
great theme.
say it all over one more time. I want to hear it again from your words.
Colored lights only.
All right. So we're working with a hashtag. I know I got people out here that are part of the
Yeah, we actually
admin
got-
group. So we're looking at
Triple with
Hatch.
Toys actually just put one up right now.
Oh, did he?
said-
So, oh, he
Yeah.
did.
There you go.
Well,
Triple
there
with
we
Toys.
go. I don't even have to write it down because Tripping with Toys is on it as always. Love that guy.
Awesome. Much love, Tripping with Toys. Appreciate you, brother. There you go, bro. Awesome, man. Awesome. All right.
We gotta get Tripping with
Uh,
Toys on here at some point.
Yeah, I know, right? Even if he's just like here, man, just on the screen.
Or even backstage, mic only, if he doesn't want to be on the screen and just like kicks in every now and then, you know.
Awesome, man.
Guys,
No,
out
I'm
of
looking
curiosity-
forward to doing the colored photos.
What's
Yeah, go
that?
ahead.
So out of curiosity, I don't think I've ever asked you guys, what state are you guys in?
Both
I'm
of us
in
are
Wa-
Cali.
I'm in
Oh, sorry.
Washington.
Washington. I'm in Cali.
Oh, you're both in Washington. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
North Carolina here.
Oh, nice.
So it's
Awesome.
getting late over there. It's getting late over there.
Yeah, much better now. Yeah, it's dark at 5. Dark at 5 o'clock is for the birds.
Yeah.
Dude, man, I don't know how early it starts getting dark there, but I'm pretty far north, so there's a couple of weeks of the year where it's like dark at like 3:45, 4 o'clock, 4:30, sometime in there.
Oof.
You know, like dark, and that's because also I'm so far north. There's always clouds. It could be raining or whatever, you know. So it's like it's darker than it should be at most days anyway, except for summer. So
Yeah. Well, I used to live in New York for many years up until I was about 18, 19. And
yeah, that's
it's always, it doesn't matter the time of day. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. It's gray skies. It's like 365 days of gray skies. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
but I mean
Oh, man.
that's like the smog layer
That
there is
sucks.
insane, too. Like, I live on an island, and it's I mean, Seattle's across the sound basically from me. And if you go to the edges of the island where you can see Seattle, like you can see it even on a clear day. It's just like you can see it, but it's just gray. Sky's fucking blue, but the closer it gets to the city from the sky, the grayer it is. You know, and it's gray before it gets there. I mean, if you take a photo of it, you can filter it out because hella people have done it. You know, and I do it. I mean, never mind. We don't need to get into that. But yeah.
But yeah, anyway,
Alright.
David's Design, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you so much for giving us the time. We really appreciate you hanging out with us, man, and getting to know you a little bit better. And
Thank
yeah,
you.
man,
I'm
looking forward
honored
to
to be
seeing all
asked.
your.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, man, pleasure, man, absolutely. Hope to see you on again, man, sometime. If it's not on the Tomb Show, maybe on a different show.
Sure.
And
Would
yeah,
love to.
looking forward to all your great Dio stuff and your photo. We'll be definitely chatting in the collab for sure.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah,
Zilla's in the state of no sleeves.
Zilla's in the middle of nowhere.
The fool lives in it's cold as shit, and he never got sleeves on. I don't understand.
He's off the grid. He's off the grid. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight's show, man. All of our audience, thank you guys so much. Everybody in the chat, and yeah, thank you, Deadman, for always being here, always supporting. Appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. That's about it, man. We're about to end this show, and until next time, you guys.
Get your titties sucked.
Have a great night.